Who can resist homemade white chocolate and blueberry muffins? Today we're making super fluffy muffins with sweet white chocolate and chewy dried blueberries that pair perfectly together. This recipe is easy, cozy, and perfect to make at home. By the way, if you're new here, I'm Ro, and on this channel I share recipes, homemade food, and everything I learn in the kitchen. Let's get started! First, I'm setting the oven to 200 degrees so it can preheat while I make the batter. Now, I'm just mixing the wet ingredients together. The eggs, oil, milk, yogurt, sugar, and a little vanilla. Give everything a quick mix and that's basically it. I'll also leave all the amounts and the full recipe in the description box in case you want to make them too. Now I'm moving on to the dry ingredients: flour, baking powder, and a pinch of salt. I mix them together in a separate bowl first so everything is evenly combined, and then I gradually add them into the wet mixture, folding gently until everything comes together and no flour streaks remain. There's no need to mix too vigorously, just until everything's combined, so we don't develop too much gluten and the muffins stay soft and tender. Before adding the dried blueberries to the batter, I like to toss them with a little bit of flour. Even though they're already dried, this helps prevent them from sinking to the bottom while baking, so you can get an even distribution throughout the muffins. Before filling the muffin tray, I did a little DIY because I didn't have any paper liners, and I don't really like pouring the batter directly into the muffin tin. So I took baking paper, cut it into squares, and made a few small cuts to shape my own homemade muffin cases. This way the batter doesn't touch directly the tray, and it also gives the muffins a nicer, more rustic homemade look. Alright, everything is ready, so now I'm moving on to the final step of the batter. I'm adding the dried blueberries along with the white chocolate and gently folding them in. Just enough so they're evenly distributed throughout the mixture without overmixing. Alright, time to bring everything together in my homemade baking paper liners I made earlier. I'm scooping the batter in with an ice cream scoop, about 1.5 scoops each, filling them just enough so they have a good amount of batter without being overfilled, so they can rise properly in the oven. It's time to bake. I'm putting them in the oven at 200 degrees for about 20 minutes, or between 18 and 22 depending on your oven. Halfway through, I rotated the tray so everything would bake evenly, and the ones at the back wouldn't brown faster. In my case, 20 minutes was perfect. They came out golden on the outside and super fluffy on the inside. Once they come out of the oven, I like to let them rest in the muffin tray for about 5 minutes. Then I move them to a wire rack so they can cool down completely. And as a final touch, you can dust them with a little powdered sugar if you want that extra finishing touch. And that's it. These blueberry and white chocolate muffins are dangerously easy and way too good. They're so soft and fluffy, they basically disappear faster than you expect. If you enjoy the video, you know what to do. A like always helps. Subscribe if you want more easy recipes like this. And I'll see you in the next one. Probably making something just as addictive.